We've got the fire department here today, and forestry is coming out as well to our place. We're gonna...
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hidden Oaks Homestead. I am Chip and
I am Nicole.
This is Nicole. We're out here in the front part of our property today. We're trying to do some land clearing, and we found a fire chief that needs to do some burning, some what's it called? Some underbrush burning.
Some underbrush burning.
He's trying to get a burn certificate. Certificate. I can't talk. He's trying to get a burn certificate so that he could do this on his own without needing to get the fire department involved. And he's looking for a volunteer that can help him do that. That can get him some land to burn on.
Land to burn, yeah.
And Nicole found these this guy.
Yeah.
She found them, and we were like, let's do it. So he came out.
How much land do you need? How much do you want to burn? Yeah. Come on out.
He came out last week and took a look at it. He brought out his tractor and his disc, and he disced around the area that we're going to do. We're going to show you guys that. We got the forestry department coming out to sign off on it and to approve it. Then once he's out of here, we're going to be ready to get this fire lit and start clearing some land. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So originally we let him come out because he needed a place to do his burn so he can get certified with controlled burns. And the more we thought about it, it wasn't just for him. It's actually something that we needed here for us as well.
Yeah, mutually beneficial, really. It's for us, being as far out as we are, we really needed to think about management when it comes to something like that. Not something you want to think about, but when you are as far out as we are, we really needed to be prepared. Yep. If a wildfire happens, because we're literally out in the middle of the woods. There's not a fire department close by. There's not a hydrant close by. So we need things to be manageable enough where we can go in and manage it ourselves with water hoses and things like that. If something happens, like lightning strike or whatever could happen, to ignite a wildfire. So it was really for us a great way to get that done. Yeah,
and it wasn't even something that was on our to-do list until we met up with him and started talking about all the benefits of having controlled burns on your property.
What happens with wildfires and how they spread so quickly in a lot of places is when forestry does not manage the area and they just let nature take over, you have all of that underbrush that is just basically kindling for these wildfires and helps them move a lot quicker, because you have all of that that dead matter basically dried out on the ground floor. It's so much harder for a flame to take over a full-grown tree than it is all of that underbrush. Yeah. So it's really important to kind of keep that underbrush in check. Number one, for wildfires, but number two also, it really gives back to the ground when you burn all of that stuff, and gives more space for the bigger trees and the more mature trees to really grow and get stronger and have more room to expand. So it's a really important way to kind of keep your forestry managed. And for us, that's a really important point moving forward with our acreage, to really help us clear and keep our lot and our land managed here.
I recommend doing a evaluation the day after, a week out, a month out, and 3 months out. Past that point, if you're if it's on your own property and you're managing like a stand, you want to continue management. So you want to evaluate it at different intervals to see how the actual environment's doing. But the prescribed burning 3 months is a pretty good rule of thumb. Yeah, especially if you own it or if it's a buddy's property. Okay.
being in Florida, our biggest risk of wildfires are between April and May. We're really dry at the beginning of the year, February, March, April, and May. And just all that dryness, that carpet of dead debris is just waiting to get lit up. It's not so much of an issue for us June to November, because that's our hurricane season and the ground's wet. So it's not that big of a deal during hurricane season. But we had a huge forest fire, wildfire last year that took out 2,000 acres in our area. Luckily, it didn't push as far north as we are. And also to the east of us, we have friends more still in the Panhandle, but more to the east. They just had a massive wildfire and they lost like 6,000 acres over there.
It was a huge fire, and again, just fueled by dead debris, because a couple of years ago they had Hurricane Michael, and you have all of those dead trees down from that.
Yeah.
So that was just waiting to happen right there.
This is the burn plan that we just went through. All it does is tells us our burn objectives and what our purpose of the burn is. So our burn objectives is killing out the understory here for what you want to do. Pretty much is just to remove all this for fire control and to help you plant or whatever you want to plant to help for the wildlife, plus whatever other animals or whatever wants to come in, because actually it's helping the ecosystem what it's doing. The burn plan, when you have to do a prescribed burn, is actually when you get your burn manager, you have to prepare one of these things so they can come out and check them, or you can take that chance on lighting it yourself.
Roll the dice.
If something goes wrong, them coming out here and you explaining to them why you didn't have one.
The way he had to do this is he had to bring forestry out. He had to set up a burn plan, show them the plot of land that he wanted to burn. They approved the plan, and then he went around the perimeter of the area that he's burning with a tractor and a disc, just to break up the soil and kind of create a barrier around the area that he wanted to burn. And then he goes through with some kerosene and some cans. He didn't have matches, but just a can of kerosene. This thing's crazy to watch him use it. He just it's like a gas can with kerosene in it. It's got a drip on it, and he just walks around and he just lights the perimeter, and once it takes up, it just keeps rolling and just burns through, and you're just looking to burn up all the debris and the dead matter on the ground, and you don't want it to get up into the trees. And then once it's done and once it's out, the fire department will come back out and will inspect the area that he did the burn on.
The forestry department.
The forestry department,
right.
Excuse me. They'll come out and they'll look at the area and make sure that it didn't get out of hand, make sure that he accomplished what he wanted to accomplish in his burn plan, and then they give him 2 thumbs up and he's ready to rock.
Yeah. So I think he had to do it a couple of times for them to come out, and not at our place, but just in general to get a certification. But now he's ready to roll, and he doesn't need the forestry department anymore. Yeah,
and he said since we helped him out getting his certification, that he's going to help monitor our area, and we get free controlled burns for life. So that's a win. we want to thank Robert for coming out to our property and doing the controlled burn for us. We really didn't even think about the importance of a controlled burn until he came out and talked with us about it. Hopefully our video has put it into your mind that maybe it's something that you need to think about if you have acreage. So thanks for watching, everybody. We hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.